everybody, my name is Yellow and Jama, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be doing a Banlist prediction, because we all know the Banlist is coming up very soon, the beginning of March, although it might be a bit later than that, might be a little bit earlier. The last one was early, which was very surprising to me. But I figure why not do one of these kind of videos, because they typically are good for getting channels noticed. So I figured, why not? Let's do a Banlist prediction. In this prediction, I'll be going over cards I think that are perfectly fine, that should not be messed on the ban list, cards that I think should be banned, limited, semi-limited, and just straight up taken off the list. And I will try to do my best to provide reasoning for this. Now then, to start, I think VFD, the true king of all calamity, the rank 9 Xyz that was apparently devastating the Yu-Gi-Oh community because of how unfair it is, I do think that card is insanely good. It is a very good card, there is no doubt about that, shutting the opponent out of activating monster effects, changing the monster types on the field, and just not allowing them to attack is insanely powerful. The only thing though is, it's only able to be made with ranked 9s, and what's the main deck doing that? Well, it's Virtual World. Other than that, no other decks that I've seen, apart from my Fluffle build, and other variants of Fluffles that turbo out Whale, no other decks are really doing it. So I don't think VFD is really that much of an issue. Now, if you really want to counter VFD, I think the best card to hit for that would probably be something like Cloud Castle. Because Cloud Castle is a Synchro 9 that brings back a level 9 from the graveyard. And there you go, you have 2 level 9s. So I think if they were to ban Cloud Castle, that would help fix the issue with VFD. For the next card that I think should be banned is the Needle Fiber OCG name, because I don't know how to properly say the TCG name of Hyper Fibrax, that thing. So I will continue to call it Needle Fiber. But that card is just, it's ridiculous. It's way too good of a card. It's gotten so many cards banned. I think they really should ban it. And I get they said that they don't want to ban it, or people assume that they don't want to ban it because it just came out and it didn't get a chance to see any competitive play in actual tournaments. Well, neither did Link Ross, and they banned it. So that reasoning kind of goes out the window. But if they're not to ban Needle Fiber, I think instead Colt Wing, the Mecha Phantom Beast, Colt Wing will be banned, because that card is just really, really good. Because of the basic combo of you make your Needle Fiber, summon Despot 001, link them into Auroradon, summon the tokens, do some synchro, summon back the 01, do some synchro plays, then you bring out Colt Wing, just get 2 more tokens, and the Despot 01 comes back out, and it's just really, really good. So I think if they don't ban Needle Fiber, then Colt Wing will get banned. To finish off the cards, or not quite finished, but I'm going to jump to a spell here. I think Memories of Hope definitely needs to be banned. Memories of Hope is works really, really well with the Numeron cards, because you draw a card for each Numeron you control, and there have just been a lot of FTKs that have been getting made up with the Numeron cards, and I think Memory of Hope is a big contribution to that, being the Exodia variant, the Burn variant. There's some other ones that are of the same thing, more or less, but they all involve Memories of Hope. Memories of Hope is just an insane card with Numerons, and I really think that it's probably going to get banned, if not limited to 1. But yeah, Memories of Hope, really, really kind of stupid, because it's just allowing so many FTKs. For the last card I think should be banned is definitely Ben 10. Ben 10 being the ritual that searches for a light fairy. It's just insane in the Drytron deck. I think it definitely needs to be banned or limited. I think banned is the better option. It's just, it's doing too much in Drytron. It's making Drytron way too powerful, so I think we just need to kind of eradicate that issue. This one's kind of a controversial thing throughout the community, I think, is Max C. I think Max C should come back to 1. And my reasoning for that is, the way Yu-Gi-Oh is working nowadays is, either you don't let your opponent play, or your opponent doesn't let you play. And I really think that Max C would help fix this, because if your opponent goes first, they're going to set up 6 negates. Alright, you have 6 cards in hand, they will negate every single card you activate, unless you just straight up Dark Ruler no more them, or the Droplets card. But I think Max C is a way around that, because it will give the player going second an actual chance to play the game and be able to out the opponent's board, because they will have more resources. But then again, it can be kind of overpowered. But again, I really do think Max C would be fine, come back to 1, or maybe even 2. Next up, we got Firewall. I think a lot of people are predicting this. Firewall coming back to at least 1, with them printing it as a ghost rare in the Ghosts of the Past, I think it's what the box was called. It's getting an errata. I'm fairly certain. I think that was confirmed. But Firewall is probably going to come back to 1, if not more. Next up, another kind of controversial card is Engage. I think Engage could come back to 1 and be just fine, because you don't really have any way to search it out other than Shizuku during the end phase, or Hayata dumping it to the graveyard and then making Kagari to add it back. Which, to think about it, yes, Kagari, you just constantly make it, but you can only use its effect once per turn to recover, so I don't think it would really be that broken, and I really do think that Engage could come back to 1 and be just fine. Next up, I think, is Ancient Fairy Dragon. I think that could come back to 1. The main problem that I saw with it mostly was Destrudo, and Destrudo is currently banned, so I don't really see what Ancient Fairy Dragon could be doing, unless there's something I'm just majorly overlooking, which if there is, then go ahead and let me know. Next up is Electromite to 1. I think it's time to free Electromite, make Trift Gaming happy. Just let it off the list, you know? Pendulums aren't doing anything, really. So, I get it, a lot of people don't like pendulums. People think pendulums are a mistake. I think pendulums are a little bit of an unfair mechanic as well, but with the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is right now, why not add a little more chaos to the mix, you know? Next up, I don't agree with myself much on this one, but I think Light Stage could come to 2. Because realistically, what is a burn strategy going to do? Trickstars haven't done anything in years, so I think it'd be fine to bring Light Stage back to 2. For the last card for the 2, or maybe 3 of, is Beat Rice, being Beatrice of the Burning Abyss, because pretty much every single Burning Abyss card has come off the list at this point, so why not just put Burning Abyss back at full power, make Farfa happy? Because really, what are they doing? Like, even though they've gotten all these other cards back, what have they done, really? There's not much, so I don't think it would be too outrageous to take Beatrice off the list. And the last card I have for this is Called by the Grave. I think Called by the Grave was completely and unfairly limited to 1. I think the sole reason that Konami did that was to push the cells of Crossout Designator, which you banish or send the monster that's activating, you send it from your deck to the graveyard to negate it. I think that's why they put Call by the Grave to 1, is try and push sales of that. But that card is so bad compared to Call by the Grave that it's laughable in my opinion. But I really think Call by the Grave should come back to 3, because it's really what gave rogue decks a chance to compete. And me personally, I think rogue decks are a lot more fun than the competitive decks. But to each their own. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. I guarantee I will get berated by some people for my choices. But, again, it's my choices. It's what I think. Be civil about it. Let's have an actual discussion. I would love to discuss with people what they think and why they think I'm wrong. Which I could entirely be. I don't know. This is my first time doing this, so who knows? But I hope you guys enjoyed this and you enjoyed my predictions and whatnot. Not really sure how to end these ones, but guess I'll just end it like the rest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe-a-doo for more content. This video should be going up on the 19th. I know I said I would probably upload the Fur Hire deck profile on the 19th, but I decided I want to get this out before the Banlist came out. And either the next video, guys, will include something very, very special I've been working on. It's the first one I did with it, so it might be a little worse. This video should include it. It should have the new intro and outro for the channel that I've been working on. It's something very basic and simple, but I put a lot of effort in it, so hope you guys do enjoy it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.